Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 25th, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It helps this channel get seen by the YouTube algorithm. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, which is very interesting to then go to the Nine of Cups because there is a blessing coming forward. We have the King of Swords, which is also air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We then have angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Four of Cups reversed. The Five of Cups reversed. I do apologize. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. So what's very interesting here is that things are not going to go during this time kind of the way that we expect them to. We're going to have very kind of set plans for things, and spirit's like, okay, have your plans, but know, Capricorn, that you're going to see things going outside of those plans, or kind of going topsy-turvy, things going a little bit pear-shaped, things being a bit different than you think they are going to be. And this is going to be a time of tremendous ability for mental gymnastics, not in a delusional sort of way, like people say, oh, that's mental gymnastics, to be able to think that or put that together type of thing, but in this way of you're so good at putting the pieces together. Like, you're so good at looking at things, understanding things, putting things together in a way of like solving the puzzle. And you're going to see that during this time, you can actually be really quite spectacular at solving the puzzles of things. So just be aware of this during this time. The King of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you're born on the cusp with Aquarius, if you have air sign energy in your chart, this is going to come through quite positively. Now, with the Ace of Cups reversed, there is something that God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is going to be handing you. It's going to be a gift of love. It's going to be a gift of compassion. It's going to be a gift of opening up the heart. Are you ready for it right now? No, we're not. We're going to be looking at this and almost seeing it as weakness. It's like all these feelings are coming forward, all these emotions are coming forward. And we can find it to be exhausting, or we can find it to be overwhelming, or we can find it to be questioning. So you're like, why am I feeling so much? Why am I connecting so much? And not really embracing our hearts the way that we need to. Now, with the Nine of Cups, a wish is being granted. This is going to be something that's like across the fingers wish, like, I hope this comes out right, or I hope I get this promotion, or I hope I move forward this way. And because we are so good at putting things together, at seeing things, at understanding, also really kind of dissecting information, taking the information that we have before us, pulling out the prevalent parts, and putting together what we need in order to move ourselves forward. We're going to see ourselves in a very good way, which is going to raise our confidence, which is going to raise our vibration. And then we're going to be like, oh, I can do this, and give ourselves that confidence to move forward. With the Five of Cups, the Five of Cups is change your mind, change your life. We're going to be very kind of stuck in our ways during this time. And Spirit's like, why? Why do we feel like we have to look at it just like this or just like that? Change your mind and change your life. Step out of your comfort zone and see where that takes you, because you're going to be surprised, Capricorn. With the Three of Pentacles reversed, this may not be the time that you like working on group projects. Like, you can really find that it's almost like you connect with people better if you have a little bit of separation between you during this time. You don't want somebody to be in your pocket. Absolutely not. That's going to be so annoying for you if that happens. But you're going to also find that you do like sounding things off. Like, you do like having different ideas coming in, but you need to have this sense of, okay, I have my own space. I have my own way of working this out. I can have it being like this. You also want to be very mindful, because you can be so caught up in the ideas of things, people trying to take credit for what you are thinking up, for how you're moving things forward. So just be aware of this during this time. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowflake in the comment box below. A person will be chosen on the 1st of February in a completely different reading. Well, not reading, in a video. That person will be announced, so keep your eyes open for that. All the instructions will be in that video and in the description box. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box pretending to be me. It will not be me. The only way the person will know that they win is through that video. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angelic. Our angels are going to be moving us forward. During this time here, Capricorn, you're just connected to your angels. Are you going to believe it? Not instantaneously. Are you going to see it? No, not instantaneously. But it's going to be something that you start to really feel more prevalently, more powerfully, and that feeling starts moving you forward. It's like, oh wow. It's like, oh, my angels are really talking to me, or oh, this voice inside of my head is really prevalent. It's really powerful. It's moving me forward in a way that I hadn't imagined. So just be aware of this during this time, that your angels are so powerful. They are so connected with you, and it's really going to help you move forward the way that you want, or the way that your soul desires. That's a better thing. Let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is universal light. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is the healing light of the universe coming forward. This is being guided. You're going to find that you are connected during this time, whether you want to be or not. And really calming ourselves down and embracing this energy is just going to be a very powerful thing for us, Capricorn. Is that sense of, I'm a part of this universe, the universe is a part of me, and we have this beautiful dance together. We have this beautiful power moving us forward. Now let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have the Fool. We have to be mindful because we can want to start something new and just totally say, I'm throwing caution to the wind. I'm going after this. This is what I want. This is how I'm going to do it. It doesn't really matter. So just be mindful about that. With the Fool also, we can be very concerned. We can go on the other end of the spectrum and be very concerned about how we are perceived. I don't want to make a fool of myself. I need to be so careful, so cautious with things. So being aware of this is going to be super important. So let's see how the tarot and the astrology of this time and of this full moon come together and correlate with each other. This full moon is on the 25th of January. It is in Leo. The moon is at 5 degrees, 14 minutes of Leo. And this is going to bring closure. And we're going to see during this time, it's like, what is this bringing closure to? You know, we're going to be looking at things with the heart. It's going to be opening up our heart and our mind more and more. And that can be something that we feel a little bit uncomfortable with. So do be aware of this, Capricorn. We have Leo heart energy, which is the most linked to the heart. Leo is the most linked to the heart. And if you're like me, you might not have realized that. I always look at Leo and, Leo loves the drama. And sometimes I think, okay, that's exhausting. And I'm not saying this to go against Leos at all. It is just an aspect of things that I find exhausting, So drama, I like things to be very calm, very stabilized. And it can be that I don't like to see the drama reflected in myself. So that can also be the case. So when we have this heart energy coming forward, it's the drama of the heart that comes forward. It's the living out loud. It's being that intense. Now, Leo is the heart. Aquarius, which is where the sun is the head. And this is linking the heart and the head together. The sun is the sign, not the sun, but Leo, ruled by the sun, is the sign of the king and sovereignty. And I love this. I love this about Leo. It's so beautiful. This is where we are asked, or this is where we state, and we are also asking ourselves, do I know who I am? Do I know where I create from? But Leo states, I know who I am, and I know where I create from. Not where I'm created from, where I create from. I know as a sovereignty, as a sovereign individual, where my source power comes from and how I move forward in this world. And that is astounding. That is exquisite. A high energy vibration, Leo, is exquisite and powerful. So just be aware of that. We have the dwarf planet Verona, which is conjunct the moon. Now, this is very powerful moral compass, which is also very linked to the Leo energy. Moral integrity, truth, justice, where people have told lies. And we're going to see that, especially with the King of Swords. The King of Swords doesn't like lies. Tell it to me straight. Even if I don't want to hear it, even if I don't like it, even if I don't agree with it, but I want to know where you stand. And that's going to be very important for us as well. We also are going to be brought down to earth during this time. This is going to be a grounding time for things, even though we might think, okay, the drama comes in, but it's going to be also, okay, how do I plant my feet firmly on this ground to walk forward with power and purpose and determination of self? We then have the dwarf planet Gungkung, which is about 5 degrees of Pisces, and this is linked to flooding. But this is also a channeler of a lot of psychic energy that is coming down to the earthly plane. And that we can feel overpowered by. We can also, that's why we're doubting our heart. We're feeling a lot. We're seeing more than we think. Like, then we have facts for. We're like, okay, why am I seeing this? Why am I connecting this way? Like, what is going on here? And this is going to be a time where it's like, okay, it's my psychic self. Now, if we don't want to open up and develop our psychic self, that's completely fine. We have to talk to our angels and our spirit guides about that, because our psychic self, our empathic self, that's going to be kind of channeling things up and bringing things to the next level. So being aware of that is going to be really important. It can be very overwhelming for us with Gungkung bringing the psychic energy forward, but we're going to start to look at things in a very different way. And we're also going to start to welcome change. We start to kind of look at it, dive deeper, and look at what our heart is wishing for, how our soul wants us to move forward. We then have the fixed grand cross, which is between the sun at 5 degrees of Aquarius, the moon at 5 degrees of Leo, and Jupiter at 6 degrees of Taurus. This is opposing Hume, which is at 2 degrees of Scorpio. This is enormous determination and the grit, the gumption to see things through. So we're definitely channeling the King of Swords energy. It's like, I know what I know what I'm going after, but we do have that kind of shakiness of heart, of, can I trust what I'm feeling? Do I even want to feel everything? We can really get caught up in petty battles of things because we don't want to dive deeper into our hearts. So do be mindful about this during this time. And we can also, with the 5 of Cups reverse, it's like, no, but it has to be this way. And Spirit's like, why? We're going to be resistant to change. And again, with the Fool reverse, it's either going to be, I don't want to be seen as a fool, or, forget it all. I'm just jumping in completely headfirst and seeing what happens and not realizing that there's pavement underneath, so just be aware of this because it'll be jarring for us if we do that. We then have Jupiter T-squared the full moon, which is going to magnify anything that we're going through. Okay. So the good, magnified, the bad, magnified, and everything in between. So just be mindful about this. The good is going to be excellent. The bad is going to be horrible. And it can not be like, people can look at it and be like, oh, it's not that much, but we feel that way in our soul and in ourselves. The sun is conjunct Pluto. With Leo bringing things center stage, we are going to see secrets coming to life, especially around people of prominence. People of prominence like actors and actresses and politicians, but also people of prominence in our own world. So just be aware of this. Now, Mercury is conjunct Mars in Capricorn. This is very quick thinking. This is, very quick talking, the King of Swords energy just shining through. In Capricorn, which is us, where we have this energy feeling very comfortable with us, we're very quick thinking and sharp thinking around long term. It's like opening up doors, seeing things moving forward. It's getting all our ducks in a row. And what we're going to see also with this time, and what we have to be mindful of, is that we can be very sharp, not just us, Capricorn, but everybody can be very sharp with their words when they think they are anonymous. So around anonymity, people are going to be like, oh, I can say whatever the heck I want. And that's going to be seen, especially on social media, right? Or especially online. We can definitely see that. It's going to be a time where it might be a little bit, apprehensive to open up the comment box on things. You guys are always lovely, but you can see that during this time, and you'll be able to look at it and be like, ooh, my, that's interesting. But what we're also going to see is that during this time, we're going to do our best communications face to face, on the telephone, Zoom meetings, where we can see the other person, we have that connection with them. That's going to be the best way. Face to face is going to be the absolute best way. But we're going to see that this is really super important, because even when we write our emails, we can be just a little bit sharp, or when we're taking the emails and we're reading them from other people, or text message, or whatever mode of communication we're going after or we're using at that time, we can be a little bit sharp if it's not connecting with the voice. We have Venus quadrant Uranus, which has volatility around money. Do be mindful about this during this time. We then have the dwarf planet Ixion at 5 degrees of Capricorn conjunct Venus, which is asking us, are the rules that we are playing by the right ones for us? And we've mentioned this before, but it's a really big thing to have come forward, because we're looking at things and we don't want to play by the same rules as everybody else, or we don't want to be on a team. We kind of want to stand on our own, not completely on our own, but finding our footing and finding our way. And there are times where you just need to do that, right? You can be on a team and learn how to play with everybody, but you still need to go practice by yourself. You still need to hone your skills and your body and who it is that you are. And that's going to be very important during this time, Capricorn. Now, what's interesting is that, you know, we're ruled by Saturn. We like rules, we like structure, we like order to things, but we don't want to take it too far. There's almost a sense during this time of like, I don't want to take it to the extreme. I want there to be that balance. And we're craving that balance within ourselves as well. So, really moving forward with love at our center, saying, what is my heart? What do I love? What am I passionate about? That's going to be the game changer. Leo loves drama. Just remember that with this full moon, Leo loves drama. And we're moving into February, of course. And February will be a very electric month. So if you want to dive deeper into the astrology, I highly recommend you go check out Pam Gregory here on YouTube. So let's see. And she's also linked in the description box below. Let's see what Spirit has to say, or what the moon has to say for herself through Spirit, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. We have beauty. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Wisdom, angels, and spirit guides. Abundance, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Pleasure, angels, and spirit guides. Faith, and faith is reversed. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Interesting. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Interesting moon for us. We have here beauty. And then we have the full moon in Capricorn, which is embodying and encapsulating the full moon energy and our own energy as well. And it is out of balance. So it's reversed. And what we have here is the end of a tough cycle approaches. If we connect with beauty and we let ourselves dive into beauty, we are going to see an end of a tough cycle approaching. It's not going to be in the way that we thought. It's going to be more emotional. It's going to be more spiritual. And the beauty, because this card is a card that has a special place in my heart in this deck. This is the Queen of the Moon deck. And this card, I didn't see the face. I don't know if you see it, but it's the outline of the cheek, the eyes, the eyebrows, the nose, and the mouth. And for the longest time when I used these cards, I just saw like an eye. I just saw something and I was like, oh, that's neat. And I don't ever read the books to things. And I thought one day, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I saw the whole face. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's the hidden beauty. It's the beauty that we don't realize. And we're going to see that the end of the tough cycle approaches in a way that is beautiful, but in a way that we could not and did not plan for. It brings us to our wisdom. As we embrace our heart and our passion and what we desire, we have here, your dreams need a practical plan, and that's reversed. We're not wanting to be practical with our dreams. Now, do our dreams need a practical plan? We can take it to the extreme with the Saturn energy. So do be mindful about this, Capricorn. We can say that our dreams need to be so terribly practical and so terribly planned out and absolute spreadsheets, and numbers upon numbers and everything just so. And it's not going to work because we're human and there's always going to be an element of chaos to that. And so when we're embracing our wisdom, when we are moving towards what we wish, we're going to see that, yes, our dreams need a practical plan, but they also need room to grow. So kind of yo-yoing back and forth with this. We need to be practical, but we also need to be able to embrace the wonder of the spirit. Abundance is with the King of Swords. Our words, our determination, our focus, the way that we are connecting, it brings us to abundance and it lets us be bold and make the first move. There is a knowing here of success and determination and insight and focus and of I can move forward and I am moving forward and I will be moving forward in the direction that I want. The doors are opening and we're going to find that for ourselves and we're going to see that within ourselves. The King of Swords is very much I'm cutting through doubts and fears, but also I am seeing what my world has been training me for. And it's not what people expect of me. It is what my spirit has been coming up against in this world that I have been training for, that I have been, finding myself in, that I've been standing on my own 2 feet in. And that door is opening and I am seeing me. And the King of Swords is that energy because the swords is the only weapon within the tarot and is the weapon of nobility. Commoners were not allowed to hold swords. They weren't. It was punishable by death and a painful death at that. So here, just being aware of this is going to be super important. And it's endless practice and endless repetition until you get it right. And it can be dangerous and it can be hurtful as you go. And that's what life is. It brings us then to the Five of Cups reversed, and it brings us to pleasure. A personal issue reaches resolution. It doesn't. But can we still find pleasure in life? Can we still find pleasure in our soul if we haven't reached the resolution within ourselves? If we're still questing and seeking and looking and gaining an understanding? And we can. We just need to embrace the pleasure, which is going to take away from some of that, strictness to things. Faith. When it comes to the Three of Pentacles, we don't have the faith in working with others. Now, it can be the divine faith of three. Three is a divine number, maiden mother crone, or maiden mother matriarch energy coming forward, or, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, if we want to go more of a traditional orthodoxy route. So here, we're going to be looking at this energy coming forward during this time and saying to ourselves, where's my faith? What do I have faith in? What is important? Now, we might not have faith in any sort of orthodoxy, be it, New Age or neo-pagan or, or more traditional. But it can be, I have faith that the sun will rise tomorrow. And I have faith that the trees will keep on growing. And maybe our faith can only be that at this moment. But that is a lot, and that is enough. And then it's time to release the negativity. That's reverse. We're like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And Spirit's like, why? Why are we good with the things that we're holding on to that are toxic to us? It's time to release the negativity. But why are we afraid? It brings us then to the bonus energy of the reverse luck is on your side. We don't feel that way. We don't feel like we can take aim. And we might not even feel like we know what we're taking aim to. But during this time, if we breathe in and breathe out and let ourselves calmly center ourselves and treat this time calmly and gently and quietly, we'll be surprised at how we move forward. We'll be surprised at how we start to see a change within ourselves, a shift within our own energy and within what we want. And then it's going to bring a sense of luck, a sense of determination and insight and focus. It moves us to our energy from Spirit, our subconscious energy from Spirit, into tranquility. That's exactly what Spirit was saying. Calm and center yourself. If we can move, during this moon, I'm just going to cough. If we can move during this moon in tranquility, in peace, and say it's going to be a calm day, it's going to be a quiet day, the time around this moon, even after this moon, and just let there be a peace and a quietness to things. Say no yelling, like calm voices, quiet voices. That's going to be important. The energy of calm, the energy of stabilizing. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is angels and masters reverse. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. We're not connecting with our angels, and yet our angels are talking right to us. Our masters are our teachers, our ancestors, our spirit guides. So they're talking to us. They have us wrapped in their wings of protection. We're not seeing it. We're not feeling it. And Spirit's saying, why? And that's a good question. Why? What makes us feel that we're not cosmically protected and we're not cosmically valuable? It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the Ace of Pentacles reversed. There's going to be a thought or an idea that this thing will make me prosperous. This thing will make me bountiful. This is how it has to be. And yet it's not. We're going to be putting too much worth on something that really will not matter. So just be mindful about that. Also, this is a gift from God, Source, Spirit. However you see the divine, the universe, the aces are gifts. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift just for us because we are represented by the pentacles in the minor arcana. What are we rejecting that is a gift for us? And what are we being too stubborn about? With the Five of Cups reverse, where it's like, no, but it has to be just like this. And Spirit's like, no, change your mind, change your life. Step into the pleasure. And you will see a personal issue being resolved. Now, stepping into pleasure does not mean stepping into heathenism, right? Or, Hellenistic behavior. It's not like I'm just going to be like Dionysus and drink all the wine and, what are they called? Oh, if you know, leave it down in the comment box below. The women of Dionysus who would get drunk and, just, they would grow It was said that they grew like fangs and claws, and they would just be so wild and crazy. So yeah, but I'm not talking about that energy. When spirit is talking about pleasure, it's like what brings joy to your soul, what elevates your energy, your vibration, your insight for yourself. And it brings us then to our subconscious tarot message and his chariot. Now, this is Cancer energy. So if you have Cancer energy in your chart, now Cancer is our sister sign. So this can bring out the best in us, this can bring out the worst in us, just like sisters can. But we're going to be taking the reign of our emotions. So we have Cancer energy in our life. It's coming forward. It's a positive because it is in the upright, but it can be positive for us in a way that kind of pushes our buttons and, like it can be a little bit frustrating. So just be aware of that. But we're going to see that we're taking the reins and we're going after what we need, what we want, what we're looking at. And we're seeing things with more clarity. But it's coming from the heart and it's coming from our emotions. It brings us then to the subconscious message of this moon, which is change. And you're very close to achieving your goals. So a lot is going to be changing during this time. This moon is bringing a lot of change. And we are very close to achieving our goals, to standing in the arena that we want to be. But just remember, your goals, or the way that you achieve what is sacredly important to you, your goals might become quite different than what you had thought they would be. And that achievement might look quite different to you than what you thought it would be, because it's an achievement that fully resonates with your essence here on this earthly plane. And it's not about anybody else. It is completely about you. And it doesn't mean that we don't uphold our responsibilities and take care of what we need to take care of. But it means that we let ourselves shine and we let ourselves move forward and we let ourselves be more us than usually we could ever imagine. Because there's a fear in fully being who we were meant to be, who we were born to be. Because what if it gets rejected? Then it's the very soul of myself that gets rejected. And Spirit's like, no, let yourself shine. Let you be in love with being you. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.